Blake Lively was almost a Barbie almost when the cast list for Barbie was coming together. Blake was among the many high-profile names being considered for a role. It wasn't just a random choice. Her past work with America Ferrera in The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants made her a natural fit for the project. The film's team had a vision of celebrating actresses who had been part of iconic female low ensembles, adding a nostalgic touch to Greta Gerwig's feminist pastel-infused masterpiece. With her reputation as a glamorous fashionista and her public image as Hollywood's bubbly blonde sweetheart, Blake seemed like an obvious choice, but behind the scenes things didn't go the way she planned. From the moment she entered negotiations, insiders say Blake was looking for more than just a fun supporting role as one of the Barbies. While many of the actresses cast Margot Robbie, Issa Dua Lipa, and Hari Nef understood that the film was a collective celebration of different types of femininity, Blake reportedly had bigger ambitions. Instead of embracing the spirit of the ensemble, she wanted a larger role, pushing for more creative input, and even attempting to shape her character into something more significant than what was written.
To say, okay, I believe in this, and that's why I'm standing up for it, and that's why I'm not being difficult. And then there are other moments to go like, am I the asshole in the room? Like, what is happening here? I would show up on a set. I knew that they just wanted me to show up and look cute and stand on a little pink sticker where I'm supposed to go and say what I'm supposed to say. But I also knew that like that wasn't fulfilling for me, that I wanted to be a part of the storytelling, that I wanted to be a part of the narrative, whether that be in the writing and the costume design and creating the character. And sometimes I had directors or producers or writers who would welcome that and invite that once they saw that I was able to offer that. And sometimes I would have people who really resented that because they were like, we just hired you to be an actor. Yet when I went in the meetings, I would just seem like I'm just there to be the actor and ready to get the gig. I wouldn't reveal that I actually need to have authorship in order to feel fulfilled. So I think that for them, sometimes that might have felt like a rug pull because you're like, you're trying to assert yourself into something that we didn't hire you to do. And so it was a really strange position to be in because I felt like I don't want to just like be an actor. Like I want to have more authorship.
It wasn't enough to simply be part of the Barbie universe. She wanted a moment to stand out. The problem, Margot Robbie wasn't having it. Not only was Margot the star of the movie, but she was also one of the film's producers through her company Lucky Chap Entertainment.
I didn't actually audition for the role of Barbie. I produced the film, so I guess I cast myself, but I did make it very clear to Greta. I said to her when she said, yes, I'll come on board, I don't have to be in the movie. I'm very passionate about making this as a producer, but I don't have to play Barbie or be in the movie in any capacity. I'm happy just to produce. And she was like, no, I really want to write this for you. And she wrote me an amazing part, so I'm very grateful.
And Margot knew exactly what kind of energy she wanted on her set: collaborative fun, and entirely aligned with Greta Gerwig's vision. The last thing she needed was an actress trying to rewrite the film structure to elevate her own role. According to sources, Margot quickly shut down any talks of giving Blake more influence. The moment Blake started trying to change things, the door was closed, and discussions didn't progress beyond the early negotiations stage. Margot, who has built a reputation in Hollywood as someone who champions good working relationships and mutual respect on set, had no interest in letting Blake shake things up before production even began. What makes this situation even more fascinating is how quiet it has remained. Normally, when an actress is in serious talks for a high-profile role and then suddenly disappears from the conversation, there are whispers, leaks, or even subtle shade thrown in interviews. But in this case, Margot handled it so smoothly that it never even became a public issue. She wasn't about to let unnecessary drama overshadow Barbie, a film she had dreamed of making for years. If anything, the fact that Blake's absence wasn't even noticed after the film's massive success proves that Margot made the right call. There wasn't a single moment in the movie where audiences felt like something was missing, no gap that needed filling. The project was already packed with talent, and every actress played their part perfectly. Blake's presence would have been just another face in the sea of Barbies, something she seemingly wasn't willing to accept. This pattern of trying to exert creative control isn't new for Blake. If the Barbie situation sounds familiar, it's because she allegedly pulled a similar move on It Ends With Us. Instead of simply starring in the film, she reportedly pushed for creative influence, much to the frustration of director and co-star Justin Baldoni. Insiders claimed that she made major script suggestions and tried to shape the narrative around herself, leading to tensions that would later explode into legal drama. It seems that rather than trusting the directors and producers behind these projects, Blake looks for opportunities to put herself in the driver's seat regardless of how it impacts the larger vision. The rejection from Barbie is just another example of why some industry insiders are starting to keep their distance from Blake, while Margot didn't speak out publicly about it. Actions speak louder than words. The door was quietly closed and the film moved on without her, and now with it ends with us facing its own controversy and her reputation taking multiple hits. It raises the question, was Blake's absence from Barbie a missed opportunity, or did Margot Robbie save herself from potential behind-the-scenes drama? One thing is clear, Margot knew exactly what she was doing, and considering Barbie went on to gross over $1 billion and cement itself as a cultural phenomenon, it's safe to say she made the right call. Blake Lively has always tried to position herself as more than just an actress. She wants influence, control, and the ability to shape the narrative both on screen and behind the scenes. That's exactly what happened with It Ends With Us. When she joined the film, it wasn't just about playing the lead role, it became about reshaping the project to fit her vision. Reports from insiders claim that Blake used her influence to make significant changes to the film, even pushing Justin Baldoni, the director and male lead, into a corner. What started as a passion project for Justin turned into something completely different once Blake entered the picture, and just like her rumored attempt to control Barbie, she allegedly overstepped, making demands that altered the trajectory of the movie. In contrast, Margot Robbie has managed to balance power and respect in Hollywood. She too has taken control of her career, but the way she has done it has been strategic, professional, and widely respected. Through Lucky Chap Entertainment, she has produced Oscar-winning films and blockbuster hits, all while maintaining strong industry relationships. Margot doesn't try to take over projects that aren't hers. She builds them from the ground up and earns her influence. That's what separates her from Blake. While Margot knows when to step back and let a film's vision shine, Blake allegedly tries to reshape.
What does it mean to be back with Anna?
Oh, it's the best. I'm so happy.
Anna, what does it mean to be working with Blake again?
Oh, talking about you.
While the two are reprising their roles, Anna has requested to do solo interviews and limit joint appearances. Insiders claim that Anna, much like Margot, isn't interested in dealing with the drama that tends to follow Blake. Even America Ferrera, who once had a close working relationship with Blake, has noticeably not spoken about her in years. It raises an important question: is Blake Lively burning too many bridges in Hollywood? She has managed to keep a polished public image for a long time, but her recent controversies are starting to overshadow her charm. Her involvement in It Ends With Us was supposed to be a big career moment, another chance to prove herself as a serious actress. Instead, it has become a source of controversy, especially with a legal battle brewing behind the scenes. And when it comes to Barbie, she didn't just miss out on $1 billion blockbuster, she missed out on an opportunity to be a part of something truly iconic instead of being another beloved Barbie alongside Margot Robbie, Issa Rae, and Harnef. She was left out entirely, and the film didn't suffer for it. Hollywood is a business of relationships, and the way actors navigate their careers can make or break them. Margot Robbie has built a network of trust, making her one of the most powerful women in Hollywood. Blake, on the other hand, seems to be getting caught in the same cycle, pushing too hard, trying to control too much, and ultimately getting shut out. While she may continue to land and roles, the question is whether